No, I have not purchased tampons or feminine products for a sister or girlfriend, and I would try to avoid the situation as much as possible.
I've not, but I possibly would under extreme circumstances.
I've never bought anything like that for anyone, but I guess if it came down to it and they really needed me to, I would. So that's it.
That would be no and no. Oh, no, I haven't. And I don't plan on doing it either.
The only thing that I know that women can't do when they're on their period is have fun and be nice to other people.
I've heard women shouldn't have sex when menstruating, but I know it's possible. It's not something that I'd want to do.
I'm unaware of any activities that women cannot perform while menstruating.
I can't engage in sexual intercourse.
That would be sleep with me.
I heard that women can't play sports when they're menstruating.
Yeah, get right. So there's no need for a raincoat.
I feel open to talk about menstruation.
I'm very open to menstruation, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of like women are very awkward about it. I don't understand why, since every woman does menstruate.
I say only with serious girlfriends, but if you don't know people or like your friends, you don't want to hear that shit about them, you know? So just close relationships, keep like that.
Well, I'm an open person, and really, I see nothing wrong with it. It's natural. I talk about it. Everyone knows.
I definitely feel that menstruation is something that should not be talked about freely with other people unless they feel comfortable about talking about it. Yeah, it's definitely taboo.
Taboo topic. It's a health class and girlfriends. Unfortunately, girlfriends.
I learned a lot about menstruation in school, like health classes, through my mom, that kind of stuff. And also my major, I'm a BBH major, so I know about that kind of stuff also.
I grew up in a household with two sisters, and that might have had some background of where I learned about it, but I think 7th grade health class would probably be the actual learning process.
I don't really remember when and how I learned about it. I think it was pretty much just from science class and stuff from elementary school or middle school.
Ready? I learned about menstruation from my mom around 2nd grade, maybe? And she just told me about it. That's all.
I've learned about it just through different health classes and science journals that I've read.
Class. Health classes. High school. Here.
I personally don't like the excuse that the menstruating cycle is an excuse for me to be attacked at all costs from my female friend, and it's kind of a gray area that I don't really like to get involved with at all. Just kind of up to the woman, and the biggest issue is I don't like PMSing is an excuse to be a complete bitch.
I tend not to judge when I'm menstruating, but usually the thought doesn't cross my mind.
So keep it to yourself and try and mind the attitude.
What do you think about women who are menstruating?
I think that the menstrual cycle is definitely a cause for irrational behavior and
rather than like when you're not. So I
I definitely think that it affects their judgment and stuff because I feel that they lose patience a lot when they're on their period. That's pretty much all.
I don't think it does. I mean, you may be a little emotionally up and down, but that's not everyone. So, and it's pretty easily controlled, in my opinion. So, you should be good.
It can affect the reasoning skills. I'm not really sure exactly why, but I've definitely experienced irrationality over the years.
I think that it does affect their judgment. And I think the reason why is because God made women inferior to men, which is why they bleed for 5 days and not die.
Yes.
I think women aren't at a disadvantage in the workplace when there are other women, but I think men also look down on women because if they have a period, so they may be treating the women differently and in a more negative fashion. I think that women aren't as capable as men.
I'd say no, except like maybe if in like a bad mood or something like that and affects like their coworkers and they complain about it. But for the most part, I would say no.
From my personal experience, I don't know that it would affect the workplace because I think that most issues are involved with things that have emotional attachment. It's more related to emotional mood swings and issues. That's just what I know.
I don't really think it puts a woman at a disadvantage in the workplace. Maybe if they're in a really bad mood or having a bad day, or if they get really sick when they have their period, that could possibly put them at a disadvantage if they're missing work. But for the most part, on a regular basis, no.
Well, actually, I don't think it really affects the woman's ability to work. There have been some cases where, if, the woman experiences cramps or, things of that nature, then they may have to leave early or call out. But we all have occasional health issues that do the same, so.
Women should not be in the workplace. They should be home cooking dinner.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think that the menstrual cycle would be a reason for not voting for a woman.
No.
I don't think the menstrual cycle would have an effect on me voting for it because personally, I don't think I would ever vote for a female president.
I don't think that would really cross my mind. Personally, I know that that's probably one of the things crossing a lot of guys' minds and men, just because they feel like they would be really irrational and moody and change their decisions a lot. But we have to deal with it, every single month. I think that we're fine dealing with our change in emotions and know how to act accordingly, and it doesn't really affect our daily lives that much. And we can keep it under control, like I said, in a work experience, or if you have to make an important decision.
I never really thought about how a period would affect a woman president, but now that you bring up the subject, I guess it could impair judgment and stuff, and that could affect how votes work.
I think, it's not just the menstrual cycle, it's other things. I'm not sure if men are going to be comfortable following up.
Well, actually, I don't think it would interfere with the women being a president. However, it may be a problem when people, due to ignorance, may say, "Oh, well, I won't vote for the lady because she may her decisions may be altered due to her menstrual cycle." But besides that, there shouldn't be any problem. Vote for Hillary.
If a female is ever elected president, I will move to France with the rest of the monkeys, or perhaps Canada.